What's going on, y'all? Peace and blessings, and welcome to Chat and Smoke. I'm your host and your owner, Super Dave, Coach Dave, and welcome to this fire episode, y'all. We're going to talk about mental health, and we're really going to get down to about emotional intelligence as far as men, women, and our relationships. But first and foremost, thank you, God. Thank you, male and feminine divine energy, for getting me to this point. Shout out to FCBC, our pastor, Michael Waldron, and the whole leadership team. Thank you so much, y'all. Let's give them a round of applause. I would love to thank them for having mental health services in our community. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Dream Center and the Hope Center. So located 1916 Adam Clayton Powell. Stop by, y'all. I'm telling you, you will get change. You will look at life differently. So again, I'm talking about mental health, man. I'm going in, and I just want to give a special shout out again to my moms, to my daughter, Deasia. God bless you. Again, I'm going to give a shout out to my mother. Mom, what up? My daughter, Deasia. I told you I was going to do it. I told you I was going to make it happen, and I'm proud to be able to be in this position, to help you, my family, my community, my Harlem community, my New York City community. I'm back. I'm stronger than ever. I'm a real entrepreneur, and I'm here to help us with our credit. Through self, I can help you get your credit back on track no matter how bad you think it is. We have real solutions. I have over a year proof to show that I know how to make sure with self you can rebuild your credit on any stage. And I'm going to say it again. With self, I've done it over a year, have the receipts, and I can show you how you can make your credit get back. You can take charge of your credit. With my program, also Chat and Smoke, I'll teach you how to engage, how to be an effective speaker, how to be an effective listener. I will speak and listen with dignity in the short term. Number one, I will speak without being offensive. Number two, I will listen without being defensive. And number three, I will always allow my opponent to leave with their dignity. When we conversate with one another like this, everything is going to be smooth. And I say that because I'm a gangster in every step, every word. I'm a gangster, man. And number one thing is respect. If you don't respect me, I can't respect you, then I have nothing to say to you. That's number one. I don't care how much money you think you have, how much money you have access to or power. That's nothing. I'm a gangster, yo. Respect comes first. If there's no respect, there's no conversation. So for me, it's respect first, then comes the power, then comes the money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a person who's self-made from the streets, been doing this from all my life, starting something and following through, creating businesses and economic solutions and economies. You know what I mean? I create economies with other people to get money, and I'm here now doing it on another level, man. And I'm grateful and I'm happy, and I'm bringing it back to our communities. But number one, again, is our mental health. We need to be able to speak with one another without feeling like someone is coming out of the sideways, talking reckless or not listening, belittling us. All that that's not conversation, yo. That's being disrespectful. It's being arrogant. It's being really mean. And I pride myself of not having to have those conversations with nobody about nothing on no level. You know what I mean? Like, I just want y'all to understand, like, once we talk better to one another and to ourselves, we're going to have a better outcome. But we have to take a step back and say, hold on, I have too much negative energy that's being programmed to me, and I don't even know it. And this is what's going on. Our females have become more masculine in the way they approach and respond back to males, because of the way males have made it so dominant. Like, everything is with violence and so much hatred. But I would say, yeah, negative energy, and we have to change that. We have to change that. We have to be able to look at one another with love and compassion, man. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I want everybody to really fully grasp this. This episode is going to be talking about how we communicate with one another. And this is how I want people to communicate with each other on this platform, on our social media, on our YouTube, on our podcast. Again, we speak with each other. I speak and listen with dignity. I will speak without being offensive. I will listen without being defensive. And I will always allow my opponent to lead with their dignity. Those are the rules of engagement. And now let's get into the mental health. Do y'all know what mental health is by any chance? Do you know what mental health is? According to the World Health Organization, I'm going to give you that definition, then I'm going to break it down to you. The World Health Organization has defined mental health as the following. Mental health can be conceptualized as a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. That's the definition of a mental health according to the World Health Organization. So basically, a person with good mental health will feel in control of their emotions, will have good cognitive functioning, and will have positive interactions with people around him or her. This state allows a person to perform well at work, in their studies, and in family and other social relationships. So this is critical. Those are the definitions. Like, when you wake up in the morning, how do you feel? How you think? How you feel about yourself? That's a good mental health. If it's good, if you feel positive, you feel like you're waking up and you're going to have a great day, you excited to get your day on, you know you got something you want to take care of, you want to do it. That's excellent mental health. But if you wake up like, damn, yo, what the fuck, yo, why? Why? That's not having a good day. That's not having a good mental health. We have to be honest. We have to call it out. This is really toxic in our communities and in our homes. If you wake up and you feel that type of way, it's time for you to get help. And I want you to know there's people who want to help you. There's professionals. You have therapists. Please contact us send me an email, contact@chattandsmoke.org. And I will send you the information. We could talk. I'm starting up a community where we'll be able to talk, do the rules of engagement, and help people understand. So let me tell you my involvement with mental health. I have both sides experience as a patient as well as a practitioner, a person who helps people through mental health first aid training. So I'm a mental health first aid trainer, certified 3 times. I help people understand, the importance of going to counseling or understanding the emotions, what triggers you, and let you know that you're not the only person who goes through that. And it's best that you go seek somebody who has professional training that will guide you the right way to give you the best outcome that you can possibly have regarding your mental stability. What's going on, what's triggering you to have these mental issues, these mental challenges, and not just blow it off and say, yo, that's just, I'm having a bad day. That's true too, but it's a reason why. You know what I'm saying? So if a person comes to me with a negative attitude, I'm going to look at them and say, that's not my portion. That's not my tea. That's something what's going on with this person. Hey, what's upsetting you? Do you feel safe right now? Why do you feel like you need to say these type of things? Like, what's going on? Why do you feel hurt? Why do you feel the need to spew more hurt at somebody? That's my reaction. I'm not going to be like, yo, who the fuck you talk to? Nah, I'm going to analyze the person, look at them, see their eyes, their hands, their body movements, see if they're under the influence and what possibly can have in them cause this particular mental breakdown. So that's why I'm saying, if you have mental health training, even as a mental health first aider, I recommend that we can get that in our communities too. Now that I have it again for the 3rd time, I want to be able to bring this to our communities so we all can get trained and understand what is mental health. That could be the first step. If you don't want to go get mental health therapy for yourself, we can do that. And in addition to me talking about this on a weekly basis, we'll be talking about mental health here in Chat and Smoke. That'll be part of our programming. But I really want us to think hard about our mental, because in order to do something that you never done before, get your credit back in order, start a business, start a new relationship, start a new job, you're going to need help. Your mental has to be perfect at its optimum level to perform at its optimum best so you can do your best. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to do it having people not in your corner giving you the right information. That's why things haven't taken off yet. So I want people to really understand that, like, yo, you really need to have somebody professionally in your life to help you with your mental health. Oh, I'm trying to drink some water. That water's so good. Coconut water and water, right? So yeah, so back to the mental health. So basically, this is what happened. So now I give you an example about my own personal mental health. Last year September, I was diagnosed with mild depression, and I knew why I was being depressed. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that I was having so many mental challenges regarding getting the right information, having conversations, and it's not going right, and a lot of miscommunications going on. And I'm like, hold on, other things that was not beneficial to me learning and getting prosperous was always being interjected into my space. So it was very frustrating. I felt like I didn't have no control over what I wanted to do, and I felt like my company, Chat and Smoke, wasn't being held as a priority. Like, it was being pushed on the back burner. So with that being said, I started to feel some type of way, and thankful, and thank God, thank the Creator, again, feminine and masculine, divine energy as well. I thank them for giving me my ancestors, giving me the mindset to really seek out professional help, because I had that when I was with SOS, Save Our Streets. I had therapeutic services prior, so I sold out of it, and I got my therapist, and we've been rocking and rolling. You know what I mean? Like, talking. So at the beginning, I'll tell you the process. I went and saw a psychotherapist. So yeah, the first you call, say, listen, I need a therapist for my provider, my healthcare provider, my PCP. And they said, cool. They set me up an appointment. I went to speak to a psychotherapist, and the psychotherapist asked me some questions. It was about like 40 minutes probably. And from the questions, it's like a conversation. And then they told me, listen, okay, we will have somebody with like a month to come and talk to you. They'll be your therapist at this point. But in the meantime, I can offer you such and such. I forgot the name of the drugs that I had. I took it. When I first took it, it helped me calm down like immediately. It's like, yo, I didn't feel anxious no more. I didn't feel like, okay, I felt calmer. I felt, all right, cool. I felt happier. I was, okay, this is nice. This is real good. However, I didn't want to have to be having to depend on that just to feel good, but it helped out. So by the time I got to see my therapist within a month, I probably used maybe the pills 5 times by then. So now we talking, and she asked me how did I feel about it. I said, it's all right. I need it only when I feel like I can't control myself regarding certain situations. And then we start talking about what triggers me and things like that, and why it triggers. And as we started talking, and I realized, and I explained to her what I was feeling, and her reaction was like, wow, you get it. You understand what I'm talking about. So I felt like I'm being heard. Like, oh shit, I can sit down and have a conversation with somebody, and you understand what I'm saying. So that made me feel so empowered. That made me feel so empowered, and like, yo, okay, cool, this is working. I didn't feel like I had to yell and scream to get my point across, to make sure that I'm being heard and she's listening to me and responding back correctly. That's the key. You got somebody who's going to listen to you and respond back correctly, and helps with your process of understanding what you're going through. So now, if we're going through this, I was going to her every week. Then about the 3 months, 4 months probably, we started going back to every 2 weeks. And then after that, the 6th month, I got reevaluated, and I didn't have no more mild depression. So then now we really rocking and rolling. And by that time, my whole change of how I view people and how I view the scenarios has changed. I realized that's not my stuff. I been knew that, but I had somebody who I can really talk to really help me work throughout the intricacies of my mindset of feeling like when I say one thing, the response that I'm getting is not matching up, and that was the frustrating part. So now that was eradicated. I'm speaking to my therapist, and we talking real good, man. I felt my confidence was getting back. I was able to maintain and be able to push the company further and really set boundaries with people who I deemed wasn't really getting what I was trying to do. Like, I'm not bringing no negativity to nobody, so I don't want no negativity coming to me. And the whole key concept is this: if you're not helping me, you're hindering me. That's it. I'm in a nutshell. That's when you really want something as bad as I want this to take off and pop off. If you're not helping me get to my goal, you're stopping me from. You're hindering me. You're blocking me. You're postponing me from getting to my goal. That's it. It's no love lost. There's no anything else but just that, because this is what I wanted to do for the last 4 years, and I'm still doing it. And now I'm really making it happen. Come on. This is where I should be celebrated, and also be, you'll find out people who want to help you get to where you're going to go. Come on. Speaking of that, I do want to give a special shout out to Anthony Newells from Brooklyn Blizzards and also Trife Gangster. Those two brothers, oh my God, I saw how they was taking their companies up from the ground, just going to different community meetings and events and making sure that they get the information and put it together, man. Like, this is the behind the scenes things we're talking about. And also, those two gentlemen I have so much love and respect for is unapologetically. Let me give them a shout out. That's the truth, man. Those my brothers, man. Like, I can talk to them and go to them and feel real good. I just want to give them a shout out regarding that. But in the interim, this is how hard to start a business is, man. But you have to be motivated. You have to make sure that you know that this is the goal that you want to go. And sometimes when you start a business, it may not, the goal that you felt like you had people that was going to be with you, if it don't turn out that way, can you still keep going? That's another thing. Like, it's a lot. I advise all entrepreneurs or people who want to start something huge in your life, please go get mental health. So the other will find your mental health therapist. The other aspect of this is I want our brothers to really understand, like, listen, man, we have to learn how to talk to each other on a high level, man. Shout out to 19 Keys with his high level conversations, and also Dame Dash, American New Network channel. That's amazing. We have to be able to talk to one another. And this is, again, why I'm built this method of us speaking to one another. Because I see too many emotions. We have too many emotions where people just feeling some type of way and thinking that's what it is, and it's not. Like, your emotions cannot over control your thinking. I come from an era where you have to think, use your brain, man, and have accountability for what you do. Our kids is being pushed into being criminals, man. And this is very, very devastating. We have younger and younger people, our young people having guns, shooting guns, doing robberies, just doing all type of lawlessness. Like, yo, where is this training happening at? Yo, what happened to being a law-abiding citizen? What happened to that? Like, why is the street culture being pushed on our kids so much, yo? We're not giving them an opportunity to be themselves, and I'm promoting them to be themselves. Like, this crime, this criminality analogy that we have, there's more to life than that. Like, there's a game plan. Like, it's not just about getting a little pack and going out there and trying to sell it, yo. It's more to that. Like, you have to understand there's levels to this, and what's the game plan? Like, everybody isn't made to do that. Everybody's not equipped to handle getting arrested, dealing with the police, knowing how to speak to the police, know what words to say, what not to say, especially if y'all not training them. If you're not sitting down having meetings and talking to them like, listen, this is what you say, this is how you do, how do you expect them to get it done? And then now I'm realizing a lot of our youth is not even finishing school. So if they have a hard time comprehending school, how will they be able to comprehend what you're saying? How? That's a conflict within itself. Like, come on. It's a lot of variables that go into us putting ourselves in a situation that's not made for us to win. Like, why do we set the bar so high for us to win? Everybody's not a street dude. Everybody's not going to be a thug. Everybody's not meant for that, man. I want you to be who you are. Let's allow our youth to be who they supposed to be. In this day and age, you can make money from making your own channel, YouTube channel, podcast. You can make your Instagram page. You can be creative, man. This is what I'm showing people, how you can do this on your own. And we're doing it. Like, there's so much to life than just doing criminality stuff, man. And then the sad part is, when you get arrested, who's coming to visit you? Who's coming to put money in your books? Who's doing that? Like, why do you want to go to jail? Why is going to jail the bar that's set for our youth to prove their manhood, or doing crimes? That's not the bar. The bar should be taking care of yourself and your family. That should be the bar. Take care of your community, man. That's why I say I'm a gangster in every step of the way. Every sense of the word, man. Like, it's about community. It's not about just yourself bragging and living a lie. That life is not made for everybody again. That's all I'm saying. And then you wonder why people are not following the street rules that y'all had laid. Y'all changed it from what I grew up. Y'all changed the rules, so it's not the rules that I know by. You know what I'm saying? To the point where even the word friend, y'all made that word so wow. Because I keep hearing how many friends killing each other. That's not a friend. A friend don't kill each other. Y'all not friends, man. That's why I took a huff and puff, because y'all changing even those words. I have friends that I will go all out for, and they'll go all out for me. That's a friend. A friend is, you can go to their mama house and help them get bail money, go to the lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Help them. That's what friends do. Y'all changed the definition of friends. Like, you're not supposed to shoot your friend. You're not supposed to be fighting your friend. You have a disagreement, but y'all don't have to fight each other, man. Y'all supposed to be able to help one another, conversate, chat, and smoke. Talk to one another, man. Y'all changed the name of a lot of stuff, man. And even down again to our conversating with each other, man. It's so hostile, so fired up. We have to change how we look at ourselves, man. When the last time somebody told you that they love you and you felt it? When did you tell yourself you love you? I want to help people learn how to love themselves again. That's another thing. It's going to be mental health. It's going to be learning how to speak with one another and listen and conversate, and also your credit. These are the three things we're helping people get. I guarantee you, your credit score and your knowledge of how to keep credit, obtain it, and the credit utilization is going to go up. You're going to be very educated on how to do that, and also I will teach you again how to speak, listen, and leave your appointment with their dignity. And also we'll talk about mental health first aid training, as well as getting a mental health therapist. These are the three things I'm bringing back to my community, and help share people who want to bring it back to their communities. I'm looking to be hired. Chat and Smoke is looking to our clients in the school system, in organizations. You know, we're going to be we want to also go back and talk to our incarcerated people that's in Rikers Island and other institutions, looking to hire people. We want to get funding so we can expand Chat and Smoke and be able to bring more programming, like I said. Then we even talk about the cannabis part. Right now we're just talking about mental health. So many different levels of different ways of expressing mental health wellness. With the YouTube channel, we'll be doing more events. Harlem Week is coming up. Definitely gonna be showcasing a lot of Harlem Week. Love it. I'm super excited about that, man. Like, yo, we got this, people. We just gotta hold our heads and stay calm and remember, it's not over. It is not over. We cannot act like we don't have our sense. You know, we killing each other over parking spots. In Atlanta, in the mall, a man killed another man over a parking spot, yo. Like, we cannot continue to act like this in the front of the world, man. We must stand up and say, hey, yo, listen, let's conversate, man. Gangsters conversate, yo. We talk. But it's not all violence, man. Like, it's no need to go to a violent issue over a parking spot, yo. Like, over any, oh my God, man, we have to change our mindset. This is a save our streets moment, man. This is SOS. We seen men killing women and just doing horrible things to them and trying to hide the bodies. Like, come on. It's just a lot, yo. This is the images that our men are displaying, yo. Our males. Our mental health is in jeopardy. The young man killed his own mother, yo. He had mental health. She sent him to the DR. May she rest in peace. May she rest in peace. Oh, God, man. I feel bad for this young lady, man. My God, I feel bad for her. She tried to get him help. And I don't know. I just read about being sent to the DR, Dominican Republic. I want us to really think about this. Yo, everybody we talk to, we got to say, yo, we need mental health. We need help. We need help so we can analyze the brain messages that's being sent to us. We're being programmed to act like animals, savages, yo. We gotta call it for what it is. This is very disturbing. And we teaching our young kids, our youth, this is how we interact with each other. Listen, man, the lady killed another lady at Church's Chicken, yo. Oh my God, for an order? Yo, man. Oh my God, yo. Seriously, man. We need mental health for real, yo. We cannot sit around and act like this is normal. Like, the lady went home, dropped people off, came back to shoot the girl. Like, come on, man. Like, we got too much going on. I seriously want our youth, our young brothers and our sisters who's been incarcerated to really think about mental health, counseling. We need it. Our youth, anybody who's been incarcerated, you definitely need a mental health therapist to help talk about your experiences that you've been through, that while you was incarcerated, how you felt violated, how you felt like you had to strip every time you come in and out of the building. You know, this is on a daily basis. You got to strip butt naked and cough so they can squat, so they can see if you have no raise in your ass or something like that. Come on, man. Like, how humiliating is that, yo? Dehumanizing that gotta be. So that's why I say that we definitely need anybody who's been incarcerated to go ahead and go get you some help. I feel everybody in our communities need it. We all know somebody who's been a gunshot victim or a shooter, perpetrator. You can't tell me. By this day and age, we all know someone who has did a horrific crime to somebody or horrific crime has happened to them. And we have to change the narrative, man. Meaning we have to really have our conversations be intentional with one another, man. I just want to let people know that I'm here, we're here. I needed to get this off my chest. I'm going to talk. The next one is really going to get into more about Chat and Smoke and our different programming, and we're going to chop it up even more, man. Like, thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you again for my YouTube subscribers, Chat and Smoke, Instagram, Facebook. Thank you so much, man. We also have the website. It's coming. We popping it. The website is up, chatandsmoke.org. We put more content. The next thing we'll be covering, again, is going to be the Summit Stage in Harlem. That's gonna be tomorrow, I believe. Yes. And I want everybody to be safe, comment, subscribe, and send an email. contact@chattandsmoke.org. Let me know how you feel about this conversation. You want to be part of the community. We're excited. We want everybody to really take on to this movement. Like, yo, I do need to be able to speak to people and let them notify that this conversation is going to be blessed. You know what I mean? That's the beautiful thing. We'll be able to tell people, I speak and listen with dignity, and they say it back. They automatically know, okay, now this person's not going to speak with me to be offensive. This person's not going to listen defensively, and they're going to allow me to leave with my dignity. And by us having those conversations, we'll be able to achieve more in our communities, in our professional life, and our personal life. I thank y'all for listening, and I look forward to hearing from y'all. I love you. Have a blessed night.